You are the king of side quest activities. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, where I remember one DreamCon I was at, they actually had a full like wrestling ring, right? And this is where I was like, I got so much respect for you because you got in a ring. Because people don't understand those ropes aren't just ropes. Those are cables wrapped in like a thin rubber or plastic. And bros, even me hitting the ropes, I had to
Yeah.
rethink my life. You took
Yeah,
a bump and
they will.
everything.
If you got back fat, it will let you know where that back fat is, because it's gonna catch you and hurt you. You're
Yeah.
gonna have bruises everywhere. Yeah, those ropes are no joke. Yeah, I mean, I just love trying to think, especially if you have a life that affords you to, right? Like, and I grew up in Southside Chicago, which was a rough area, and then I moved over to a very small town called Salem, Oregon. And there's people that when I go back to that town, like last time I went back to that town, the guy who picked me up, he had never. He's 60. He was 63 years old. He never left Salem. Told me, he was like surprised about California. It was confusing and confounding to him. And then when I told him that I had just gotten back from Japan, he just goes, "Wow, man, I could never eat sushi." And I was like, and I just don't want, and more power to him. I'm sure he loves his life, and I'm sure he's happy in that thing. But like, I don't want to die like that. Like, I want to be like, I want to look at my kids and look at my grandkids. Or just tell my friends and be like, man, remember when we went to Japan? Remember when we went to Mexico? Remember when we went and did this? Remember when we saw this thing in New Orleans? Remember when we went and saw Lucha Libre? Like
Yeah.
to me, that's what makes life worth living. Is doing those side quests and having fun and being yourself. And the reason why I got into wrestling was, I always wanted to do it. I only wanted to either be a comedian or a pro wrestler. And then B, I had a friend who had passed away suddenly of a brain aneurysm. And that really like sprung me into gear, being like, you never know
Right.
when like your light gets turned out, and it's coming for all of us. So if there's something that you really want to do and you really want to try, you might as well try it. And I'm glad I did it, and it's really cool. And I'm glad I did a match with Danhausen as
Hell
my
yeah.
like as my partner, who then now is like killing it all over WWE. And I can say that I did it, and now I'm like, oh, I don't ever have to do that again if I don't want to.
I was really waiting for the promo of Ron the Reckless Negro. I was waiting for it. I was because you set
Well,
the
I mean,
precedent.
are you a wrestling fan as well, or are you just
Yeah, so I tapped out of Attitude after the Attitude era, and I've been slowly trying to get back into it because one of my
mhm.
other podcast hosts, he's a big wrestling fan, so he keeps me up to date. So I'm not as
Well,
up to date, but
what did you watch? Were you familiar like with black wrestlers of our youth? Like, I'm thinking particularly like Two Cold Scorpio,
yeah,
Ron. Okay, so like that was one of the things. Like, I grew up watching. I mean, when Ron Simmons won the WCW title and the whole crowd is jumping up and down, and there's like a little black kid in the front row who is
yeah,
just like beside itself, is something that like always still sticks with me. And I grew up watching people like Two Cold Scorpio, and then when I did my match, Two Cold Scorpio was on the card. And after I did my match, he came up to me and he's like, "Look, man, I don't know you. I don't know who you are. They told me you're not a comedian, or they told me you're not a wrestler, but you're damn sure an entertainer." And I was
oh,
like,
that's like
God
the
damn.
biggest compliment right there.
Yeah. So that struck with me, because like it's like, man, I grew up like I'm literally like 5 years old, 6 years old, 7 years old, watching this guy wrestle, watching him fly off the ring, and being the only black guy that you would see on occasion. Teaming, I mean, he had a tag team with one of my favorite wrestler back then was Owen Hart, and he was in a tag team with him, called High Energy. No, excuse me, that's Coco Beware and Owen. Shit, I almost messed up. Someone was about to catch me, and you didn't. You didn't catch me there.
I didn't. I didn't.
But
Um,
I love wrestling.
Yeah, no, I definitely, I can tell because you talk about it a lot, and I wanted to ask you because so I remember the Monday Night Wars, right? And but having to tap back and forth, and after now, I finally was like, you know what? I'm going to say for me, WCW won the Monday Night Wars for me, but that's because I was Wolfpack all the way. Like I
Mm.
loved everything about Wolfpack, and that storyline was so compelling. Like I said, that Sting turn and everything
Mhm.
like that. I wanted to give like, are you more WCW than WWF? or
Yeah.
you talk about WCW a lot.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, but that's always been like that's my vibe. Like I was Sega Genesis over Super
Yeah,
Nintendo.
yeah.
I was playing PS3 when everybody was playing 360. Like I'm just like I'm usually always going the other way when it comes to that type of stuff. But I yeah, I love WCW. The Wolfpack thing in particular is really funny because like that is such a it was just a bunch of white people in a gang. Like
It was.
it was a bunch of white people trying to pretend to be black.
It
And like they
was.
were all doing their boys in the hood thing going on, and they had one Mexican. And they were, and they were like, we're cool.
Who was rowdy and bowdy.
Yeah. And then come to find out later, Conan's not even Mexican. He's not.
Hey, you know what? This is where I was like, hey, sometimes we don't need to show too much of behind the scenes about certain wrestlers because Razor Ramon, like I said, I legit thought Yokozuna was from Japan and he was not. Like I was like learning these things. Like bro, when I learned that Undertaker and Kane wasn't actually real brothers, I felt betrayed. I was like, you know what? I don't need to see so much behind the scenes of wrestling because I am all in on the
It's wild
storyline.
when you go too behind the scenes. Razor Ramon called me the N-word once.
What?
He did, but but let me back it up in one of the most delightful ways that has ever. He was testing. You know how those weirdos are, especially back then. He wanted to see how I'd react. Like he wasn't calling me an N-word or anything like that. He made sure he dropped it, and then I looked over at him, and he just did this big Cheshire cat smile, and I was just like, man, I can't be mad at Razor Ramon. If they saying if you could get a Cuban pass, you can be black too. Like,
That's crazy. That's crazy. Speaking of the N word, like I said, everybody always bring up that Booker T clip because that was that
oh
for
man,
you, nigga.
oh hold on, I gotta. Since you brought that up, I don't ever do that. I'll be right back. Give me 1 second.
Okay. Oh, is it signed? Bro, iconic.
That's one of my favorite pieces of media. So I have that up in my house in my.
Oh man, bro! Like if you ever meet Booker T, he'll sign it, bro. I'm pretty sure he would.
Oh, I love that. I love that.
Oh man.